I am back with my Superman Warworld Saga, but this time I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. So the Action Comics 2022 annual issue actually gave a tale on Superman's past and gave us the origins of Mongol, but I want to put this in two different videos so I don't cram everything in 3 minutes. For this one, we're going with Superman. So when he was younger, he was playing Little League Soccer. I miss playing that. But anyway, he used his powers during the game, and Mom Kent saw that, and she actually asked him, why would you do that? Because, it's kind of cheating a little bit. You want to make it fair for everybody. And while Martha was talking to Clark, that this kid right here named Caleb, that he understood that he cheated somehow, but of course, he didn't know exactly what. Now, Clark did tell her that Caleb was a bully in the class, and he was being rude on the field, but at the same time, Martha like, you still can't do that even if he is a bully. Clark does apologize, and Martha does forgive him, but Caleb was still upset, so he kicked the soccer ball right at him. The soccer ball hits Martha in the back of the head, and the wig falls off. This is when we find out that Martha has cancer. Clark's about to throw hands, and then Mother reminds him, you can get into a fight, but the best thing that can happen is he breaks his hand on your jaw. And trust me when I say, even though you're stronger than him, you still don't want to hurt him like that, so just let it be. That night, Clark was still upset, scheming, planning on what to do next, so he sneaks out to go to Caleb's place. What Clark was going to do was he was really just going to take his bike and probably just put it somewhere, but then he heard that it's like Caleb's dad was very, how I say this, he was boxing with his son without a handicap, pretty much. And Clark felt like, oh, he kind of understand where Caleb's coming from. So when Caleb's dad went to go drive away, he was drunk and he fell asleep on the road and he was about to go into oncoming traffic. But Clark, being the good kid that he is, he got in the way of the car, stopping it and saving Caleb's dad in the process. The same night, Clark go by the hospital where Martha is, and her doctor's saying, well, you're halfway through chemotherapy. Like, everything looks good, but at the same time, you can never know. Martha's like, well, I understand. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. And never take anything for granted, but always appreciate the little things. Now, even though Clark wants to do something nice for his mother, like cutting off his hair to give to her, that nothing works because his hair is still super strong, and neither scissors or chainsaws help. At the next soccer game, Clark said that some kid were picking on Caleb. Then he tried to stop him, but then Caleb got upset saying, don't you dare stick up for me. He tried to hit Clark, but Clark was, remember what Martha said, let Caleb hit him, but make sure that it looks in a way where that he got hurt. Caleb started picking on Clark some more, but then they both boys realized that Caleb was turning to his dad, and Clark was telling him that you're not your dad, you don't have to be like him. Sometime later, they go back to the hospital, and we find out that Ma Kent is in remission for cancer, so she should be fine for now. But then they hear a voice saying, excuse me, and it's Caleb, and he really just wanted to apologize for what he did, and he even cut off his hair for Martha, showing that he's trying to be a better person. Several years later, you see Clark checking up on Caleb when they're adults, and you find out that he works at a youth outreach center, helping kids that were in the situation that he was in. That's all the time I got for this video. I'll go on the Mongol side in the next one, but thank you for watching.